Right. This, again, someone my age, I'm in my late 60s. I started college in 1971. At the time, Vietnam was going on, and the military draft was being done by lottery. And they put your birth date in a little ball in a hopper and draw it just like a lottery. And whatever number you came up with, that was your draft order. So I was number 74 out of 365. So it was something that would get called, except for what they call student deferments. Well, my year was the first year they didn't have student deferments. So as they started drafting, I started thinking about, the service to join. And just before my number came up, President Nixon, standing with Kissinger, decided that we were going to pull out of Vietnam in the draft and get out of that. This is a story about a couple that they're not real, but they're people in the same situation, a little bit different. Julie and Jim. Julie and Jim were making their way, cruising along in his Chevrolet. Driving together across the USA wasn't nothing gonna stand in the way. They were living in their hometown, nothing there to get them down. Their parents were watching them without a frown. Just relax a bit, maybe go down. Just two kids in love, happy and free as a dove. They dream their dreams, sort of. High school days were done and through, maybe college later after paying some dues. Many nights to think of and few bucket list items to do. 60s life was so great, all good times, nothing to hate. Plenty of food to put on their plate, it was safe, you barely locked your gate. Lots of clean water and air, no faraway dark cares. Everyone said they make quite a pair. Then they got knocked to the floor. Vietnam draft, Marine Corps. His number came up, he had to go to war. Reality jumps up and slammed their door. Julie and Jim had to face the facts. Life sucks, has some big impacts. She goes back and works at Jack Tendon Bar while Jim overreacts. Julie's taking it like a champ. She's got skills, she can up ramp. Jim's like a deer in the headlamp because he's gotta go to boot camp. That was the 60s, they said. Easy till life kicks your head. Then they're back to square one instead. Now they don't have fun time to play. Vacation's over to their dismay. She's back with her folks to stay, and now she's in a family way. Julie and Jim were young and free, nothing in their heads but thoughts of glee. Hard life hit he and she, now they're like you and me. Just two kids in love, happy and free as a dove. Life just wasn't what they thought of. They got married as he went to war. Their carefree plans were no more. He came back from the Marine Corps and got a job at his family store. That's the story of Julie and Jim. Their happy lives turned quite grim. Their plans were torn from limb to limb. That was Julie and Jim. Just two kids in love, happy and free as a dove. Their life was okay, sort of.